Right, everything is hitting, doing good. Literally right now, A2 Studio sent me a thing about the TLX.
It's a little late.
It's a little late. We'll either talk about it in the show or I'll talk about it tomorrow. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Oh me, oh my. So how did you like doing the scrims? Did you have a good time? Uh-oh, I can't hear him.
I can't hear him either.
That's my fault.
Did.
That's my fault. That's my fault. Yeah, it was fun. It was eye-opening. And honestly, I learned that we've been like describing some of the gameplay wrong. So like we thought that teams couldn't see the other team like at all, and we learned that that's not the case today. So that's good to know for future commentary.
Is it? Can you see their ghosts? I guess kind of like you could.
Actually, so what I thought was that only observers could see the ghosts, and that teams couldn't see each other. And then I'm playing today, and you actually like hear the player communication, which you don't really get on the broadcast. And they're saying, "Oh, I see so and so from the other team at the silo." I was like, "Wait, you can actually see them? Okay." Like you can see where their bail combo is too. I thought that was always like they just had to guess the right time to try to counter a bail combo, but that wasn't the case. So, yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
we need to do this again. I think we need to play some of this again. I'm so lost on all the new stuff. So I don't know, man.
We'll get to it more when you ask me that one question you previewed, because that's definitely one thing I want to work on for North America.
So. Sounds good to me. Look who's in here. Sure, blame Klutch. Don't blame me. Actually blame me. It's been a rough day. Holy.
Everybody's in here.
We've gone through about how many times have we broken down already, DJ?
What?
How many crashes have we had in pre-stream?
Okay, we didn't have a single one. I got battery backups. You had a blue screen of death. You lost internet 3 times. Your computer made at least 3 or 4 single sound known to man and then shut off. All in the past hour.
I think I'm going to pickle this one, okay? I'm just going to sit back here.
Yeah.
And
hang on.
You guys are on your own. Sorry, Pickle.
We have the new community coordinator at Giant Software, Kerminator. He is here. He's going to be hanging out with us today. We're going to ask him some questions. So you guys know Pickle. You guys know Chalky. You guys know Lars. He is the same role as Chalky and Lars, or Lars to a point, I guess. For the United States, you just happen to be in the United States.
I think that like the designation of calling me the community coordinator of the US is more because the office is going to be in Chicago, but it definitely is like North America at large. And also really, if I can polish my Spanish a bit, Central and South America too, because I mean, Lars and Chalky can only do so much with the time zone difference. And so I'm there to, kind of plug in those gaps, and we obviously want to reach as many people as possible. So it may say community coordinator US, that's my official title. But if you're like Klutch and you're north of the border and you're worried, don't worry. We got you too, Canadians.
Well, take what you get. So where all can everybody watch today, Klutch? Where are you at? Where am I at? Where? I
don't know. Well, are you on both channels today?
Both channels and the Facebook, which I don't know.
There you go. So as always, you got GoHam gear, and is it GoHam gear? Like, do we watch that still?
It's GoHam. Yep. You know what? You can just stop it right there. I released one video in the past 4 months, but you know what? That one video did pretty good. It got like 1,000 views.
There you go. Well, go check out GoHam gear then. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitch, and we'll have this re-released as a video later on. But of course, we're on podcast form as well. If you guys want to watch later on without our beautiful faces, if you're on the road, you can go download that. Links are down in the description for the podcast is there, or on any of your major podcast forums. Just search out the Farm Sim Show. You should find us there.
Yep. Again, links below. He probably said that, but I wasn't paying attention. He was talking
as usual. He just kind of talking away.
I was just expecting for it's time City. Should we run the intro and get right into it?
I would love to. I would love to. I would really love to. Let's see here. If I might have to change something here. Let's see if I can change this because.
Oh,
there we go.
Nope, no audio.
No audio.
Farm Sim Show, baby. The Sim Show.
Voice of an angel.
Yeah.
He practiced for months for that, to be honest.
I think that was the second time we did that because the idea was just to do that every week. And you just hit record the first time we did it, huh?
You know what? It's like 30 episodes in and it's still funny.
Yeah, production value. Get out of here, Richard. All right. So Kerminator is with us today. His name is Kermit. He is the new community coordinator US at Giant Software. He's based here in the United States. He's going to be moving to Chicago soon, which is very exciting to us. It's going to be a thing in the United States. He used to be an ambassador, but he got fired. How did you get fired?
I'll just throw it right out there.
You had one job. How'd you get fired?
Do you know this story, Klutch? Have you heard it yet?
I do not know the story. Enlighten me, please.
So originally, like, obviously, the guys at Giants knew for a couple of weeks that I had been hired. I actually started last Monday, but it was still under wraps. They told me in the hiring process, once I signed the offer, they were like, okay, you can say you've been hired by Giants, but don't say like what position or go any further than that. So I did that. And then Lars was like, after the fact, Lars was like, don't say anything to anyone. I was like, well, they already told me I could say something. So I said something. So his original plan was actually to like come into my live stream and be like, shut this crap down. You're one of us now. You can't do this anymore. So that didn't work out for him. So what he went with instead was making people sweat on Discord and social media. He put a post in the ambassador section that was a little bit more detailed. It was like kind of similar to the tweet that he sent out. And it was like, unfortunately, something has happened today. For the first time ever, we've had to kick someone out of the ambassador program because they signed something they shouldn't have. And then he gave everyone like 3 to 5 minutes to stew on that and freak out a little bit. Because I think some people were, after the fact, said I was checking my contract to make sure that I hadn't done anything that was going to get me in trouble as well. And then he sent out a tweet. Oh, by the way, the thing he signed was an employment contract with us. Welcome to community coordinator, Kerminator. So yeah, people were freaking out a little bit. And actually on one of DJ's YouTube videos he did that day on Tuesday, he announced that as part of the video that I'd been hired. And someone in the comment sections was like, we welcome Kermit with open arms. We're looking forward to him working with the US community. And then someone responded and said, I saw a tweet where he's been fired already. That didn't last very long because they took the first one out of context.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I didn't know that comment was there. And you sent it to me. I was like, where's that from? He was like, it's in your video. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that was great.
Too much funny.
That is too good. I mean, that kind of goes to show you how fun Giants are to be around, to be honest with you, right? Like that's
right, very lighthearted and
exactly right. It's not like the big corporate overlords that some people try to mask them as. I mean, they're a smaller company, and that's kind of cool to see. That's awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Right.
So, other than the Giants community coordinator for the United States, who are you?
That's a good question. I'm still trying to figure that out myself at times, but I've been gaming for 30-ish years roughly since I was a kid, so early 90s, and I started playing Farm Sim 17, so I'm not as experienced as some people, but I was a mixer partner back when it was still Beam. I was one of the first 100 partners partnered on that platform, mainly because of Farm Sim 17. Back at that time, there weren't a whole lot of people streaming Farm Sim on Beam or Mixer for that matter. And then it started to grow, and it started to become a little bit of a different platform. It wasn't so much about like do whatever you want as a partner. You kind of felt pressured to kind of chase this and that and try to play the latest, greatest games. Once Fortnite came around, that's pretty much what Mixer was a Fortnite platform. But yeah, so that's kind of like where my interaction with the Farm Sim community started back in those days. Actually, a viewer gifted Farm Sim 17 to me because I had been playing the truck sim games on stream and loved them. And I was like, I would like to check out Farm Sim. And some people that I was playing truck sim with was like, yeah, it's probably better in multiplayer. There's an actual multiplayer mode. It's chill. We can all hang out in it together. The new one's about to come out. You should get it. And then a viewer gifted me the game, and then like this whole love affair started. I mean, it really became a game for me I don't shy away from talking about it. Helped me with anxiety and depression. I was going through some really bad family stuff back then, and I was able to just kind of get lost into that world and build friendships with people from all over the world. But as far as like my career goes, this isn't exactly what I expected. 8 years ago, we moved out here to Colorado, and the whole point in moving here was to get healthier. We live without a car. We try to walk everywhere, use public transit. And we also like better opportunities just overall, because I've been doing broadcasting outside of streaming since like 2005, 2006. Even when I was in high school, I always liked to be in front of people and entertaining. And like I did the talent show. I emceed the talent show in high school, and I was in the drama club and did all of the plays and things like that. So I've always quite enjoyed those things. And I just was like, I'm going to give radio a try. In 2006, I actually quit college. I met a guy who was like, yeah, you should come out and maybe we could give you an internship. And this was in Richmond, Virginia, actually. And the guy thought I lived there, and I actually lived like 4 hours away. And he was like, yeah, come out next week and we'll get you started. And I was like, okay, I'm reminding you I don't live there. And he was like, well, come out here. We'll do an internship for like a month. You'll have to get another job. So I actually worked at like a Panera Bread. I would open the bakery in the morning at like 4 a.m. and then I would do the radio show in the afternoon and then go home and be absolutely wrecked. So that's kind of where my broadcast career started. And then I did that for a year and a half, 2 years. The station got bought out and I had to like pivot again. I had to move back in with my parents and briefly lived with them and went down a completely different path of like retail and restaurant management. And that was just brutal. Then I met my wife and she was like, you need to chase your dreams, because I wish I could have. So she had a really good job, and we decided after 2 years of marriage to move out here. I went back to school to do sports broadcasting. So for the past 8 years, up until getting this job with Giants, my main focus was as a freelance sports broadcaster, mainly focusing in soccer, because I'm a huge fan of that sport. Football, yes, I know. I can already see the comments coming in chat. It's football. I'll call it both. Okay, whatever you want me to call it. Don't get mad at me.
I think it's soccer in North America, isn't it? I think it's got to
yeah,
be.
it is. It is.
It's
But that debate always starts happening. Yeah, that's the brief rundown of me. And then, of course, I got the ambassador last year, and I was like, I'm going to throw my name in the hat. I was able to go to E3 when I was a mixer partner right before 19 came out, and I met Lars and Martin there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of started like a working relationship in a way. At least they were aware of me, and I had that connection. So then I actually took a break from streaming and thought I would never stream again, if I'm honest. Mixer kind of burnt me out because, like I said, I had to pivot and chase numbers, and it became something that was not what I wanted to do originally. Like, you know, streaming should be about fun. You should do it for that reason. You should enjoy yourself. Of course, you want to, especially if it's your full-time thing, you want to be able to support yourself. You've got bills to pay. Everyone does. But the main goal, I think, for me was always about fun, and Farm Sim supplied that for me. But then when I started having to play games that I didn't necessarily want to play, the fun kind of went away. So I got burnt out. I gave up my partnership on Mixer actually like a year or so before Mixer shut down, just because I saw the platform kind of going that way where they weren't necessarily caring about the people who built the platform anymore. So yeah, that's kind of the rundown. And then I was like, hey, I do commentary. I would like to do FSL commentary. And they gave me an opportunity to do that. And then I was like, yeah, why not? I'm going to throw my name in the hat for this US community coordinator job, see what happens. And then it happened really fast, actually.
That's awesome.
So
yeah.
Your interest in Farming Simulator kind of went from, yeah, this is fun. This helps me and I enjoy this. And now you're literally like one of the three guys that the entire community looks up to. And it's like, I need help.
right. Yeah, it did kind of go to that. But, you know, I've always enjoyed that part. I mean, I think that anyone that creates content around Farm Sim, if you do multiplayer, especially, like, it is the best game out there to create content and carry on a conversation with people, which is my favorite thing about live streaming is being able to have those live interactions with people and build relationships around a common interest. And I think that, no offense to other games, but Farm Sim kind of lends itself as like maybe more of a niche title where people are more committed to it that play it. Like it takes a different type of person, maybe someone with a better head on their shoulders.
That can't be right.
Those were the wrong words to use, man.
You know what I'm saying, though. Like, yeah, still be crazy and have fun, but a little bit more like kind, and it's not a toxic game. Like you're not running around like competitive, like, oh, that guy just sniped me, you stupid, choice word here. Like that's the thing I like about it.
Content here.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's part of what really makes it a great game to stream and play multiplayer, because you can play it and there's always something to do. It's not like you get bored because it's like if you run out of, okay, I just finished harvesting, there's nothing to do. Yeah, there is. Go do something else now. But you can do that, and as you get more and more like comfortable with the game, you just kind of do things second nature and carry on a conversation as you're doing it. So
man, it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
So for those of you wondering, kind of, okay, you're community coordinator USA now. What is your role in the community exactly?
I don't understand. I get confused between the ambassador and what Kerminator is now. It's so different for me.
I see Chucky.
Hey, Chucky.
Yeah.
So your role as in the community, what do you do, and what should people come to you for or with?
Well, we definitely have the ambassadors, and I was doing that for a while, and you guys are familiar with that. So the ambassadors are supposed to be like a connection between us and the community, but we're also the community team. So I'm new to this, so Chalky, you probably answer this question better, but for me, like the door is pretty much open. Now, like you said, some people will just be like, hi, in chat. Like, that's not a good way to approach me. Like, don't be afraid to just say your question. Start out with, hey, I need help with this. Like, and if I can't help you, I'll point you in the right direction, hopefully with someone that can help you. Chalky, I thought we fired this guy in chat.
That's the best first comments, though. It's, hey, do you mind if I ask you a question? Well, I'm streaming. Go ahead.
Just
That's
did.
what we're streaming for. Ask your question.
That my favorite, like that. Yeah, when someone's like, "Can I ask a question?" I do want to be like facetious and be like, "You just did ask me a question," but I don't. I'm kind and say, "Okay, go ahead." But yeah, there's going to be times when people will reach out, and you guys know, or anyone that's spent any time streaming or creating content, you kind of have to like protect yourself a little bit, because we like to think, I like to see the good intentions in everyone, but it's just not possible. Humans can be terrible sometimes, so sometimes there's ill intentions, but I think that I've got a pretty good read on that. But yeah, the door's open if you need help with anything community related. Like, you can't really come to me and be like, put this in the game, like, we want feedback, of course.
All three of us are going to ignore you if you say it.
Yeah. So like, if you want to do feedback, like, there's probably better ways to do that. In fact, FarmCon coming up soon, there's going to be a lot of questions answered from the community, and we'll have the Discord Q&A and things like that. But on a day-to-day basis, I'm checking social media, so you can send out your messages on social media or Discord if you want. So we're there to help. We are the community team, so our focus is helping the community, and that includes anyone that plays it. Just understand that, like, we're not going to answer every question, and it needs to be kind of thoughtful. Like, don't just be like, give me the game for free and things like that. So yeah.
Speaking of Chucky, I need a DLC. Oh no, wait, hang on, we have a guy now. Hey Kermit, can you send me a couple codes over?
I have a friend that works for.
It feels like that's a shot at me for some reason right now.
I have a friend that works in PR for 11-Bit Studios, a Polish game development company that I've worked with through my years of streaming, and he congratulated me like publicly on Twitter for getting the job, and then he sent me a DM and was like, "So is this when I start asking you for codes for Farming Simulator?"
It's not part of my job, but I might have 2 or 3. Hang on. So, now that someone from the United States is publicly working for Giant, especially community coordinators yourself. Is that going to change anything at Giants, or is this kind of all part of the master plan?
Change anything in what sense?
Pretend Chucky's not here, and then just.
Well, I think. Well, I mean, the main change is obviously that now, hopefully, you guys will bug Chalky and Lars less when they're supposed to be off work and message me instead. But I think the main change, obviously, is that we are going to try to connect more to North America and the Western Hemisphere. That's the main thing. So I think it doesn't really change much other than just plugging in those gaps and being able to extend what the community team has already been doing to a further, extent.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm game. It's nice to have somebody on our side as well in the same time zones, because I know I've messaged Shockey a couple of times. And it's like, he's probably in bed right now. I don't think I'm going to get a reply back until maybe tomorrow when I'm in bed. So.
Right. Yeah. And that's been one of the learning curves with working with Giants these last couple of weeks is I have about a 2-hour overlap with most of the team, give or take certain days. Like, Chalky worked later today and we did the FSL stream together. But yeah, it's definitely tough when I've been trying to get things set up with my laptop and things like that. And it's like, ask the question, wait till the next day, get a response. So but we're all human and this is our job. And just remember that we also want to have time off too. Like we can't just always be working. So I'm happy to be able to help out, and Chalky and Lars are really experienced in community management. So my background is more on the broadcast side, and I've done social media and of course streamed for several years. But they have been in community teams, even at larger companies, AAA companies. So they have great experience, and they're kind of holding my hand along the way and trying to teach me some more of the social media and PR side of the job. So I'm learning fast as we go.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
So you did Panera Bread was one of the things you did beforehand. You were into broadcasting, you said, as well. Was that going to be your focus? Was that your plan before this all happened? Were you looking at trying to do broadcasting for a career? Was that your plan?
Yeah. I started radio. Like I said, I quit college the first time to do radio. Bad idea. I loved radio. I love my time in there, but overall, it's not the most popular medium by far. I ended up going back into radio after I got married. I worked at GameStop temporarily, and after I got married, I decided again to try to pursue my dreams. Like I said, my wife kind of supplied me the freedom to do that. So I got a job in radio again, and then I saw at that time I was like, if you want to actually have a career in radio, you can't just be a DJ for 3 hours a day. You've got to get into sales, and I had no desire to be on the sales team. So that's part of the reason we moved out here, so that I could do sports broadcasting. So that was my focus. I wanted to be a play-by-play commentator for soccer, and I did do some of it at a university level. I did freelance work, and it was a lot of fun. But freelance work is not a lot of fun. At times, because you're constantly
a lot of grinding, right?
Yeah, you're chasing this and that, and you never know when the next you might have bills to pay, but you're not getting paid for 45 to 60 days. It's this doesn't work out very well.
It's tough,
So and sports broadcasting is almost an old man's game, if you will. Most of the popular broadcasters you see, they're 70, 80. I'm retire, man. Go enjoy your life. Travel the world. You must have plenty of money by now. But it seems like it takes you until 40, 50 years old before you even can get established in that field. So it was kind of one of those things. It was I was slugging along with it, and I was starting to make some progress, and actually was on regional TV here a couple of times fall of 2019. And then the pandemic hit, and boom, all of those contracts dried up because the university didn't have funding anymore. They weren't broadcasting the games on regional television. The season was delayed and things like that. So yeah, that was kind of the plan originally. But when I started streaming, I was I've always liked video games. I've always liked broadcasting. Let's combine the two and see where this goes as well.
That's cool. That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought it. That's an interesting trajectory for most people to get into that position you're in now. So that's it sounds like you kind of might fit the mold that they're looking for. Exactly. That's very cool.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So moving to Chicago next. That's on the plans for the next in the foreseeable future, I guess. Once things clean up a little bit, is that the plan? What's our time frame?
Yeah. So the office isn't open yet because I remember seeing the announcement first on the website like February of last year, and of course it was like a week, maybe 2 weeks after that, and it was like, oh crap, the world is shut down. So I think that's delayed things. So we're waiting on the office to be open, and there's all these weird things right now because of course like there's me and Nicholas who works in customer support. We're the only 2 US employees at the moment. The rest of the team are in Europe, so they need to travel over to find office space. They can't do that at the moment, so we're waiting for things to open back up, and hopefully things will work out soon. But we had just moved into this apartment we're in now at the end of May. And I applied, I think, for the job 4 or 5 days before we moved, thinking, I'm not getting this. I'll throw my name in the hat and see what happens. And then they're like, oh, we would like you to work with Giants. And I was like, oh, okay, well, we just moved. We'll have to pay to get out of our lease earlier. Anyways, they were like, okay, we understand. We don't need you to move right away, but we need you to say that you will. We will be moving. We love it here, but Colorado, way too many people are moving here like us. We were one of the first group of people that moved into the state, and it is not affordable to live here right now. Houses that are all destroyed are going for $800,000 cash. And we're talking a house just sold here that was graffitied, every single square inch of wall was covered in spray paint, and someone still spent $800,000 cash on the house.
Knock it down, replace it. Yeah.
Everybody around here, the town I used to live in, everybody wanted to come out there. Everybody, they were like, "Yeah, I'm going to move out to Colorado."
Right. I mean, it's a beautiful state. It's a lovely state. It has become our home. We've been married for 10 years and 8 of them we've spent here. So, we, are you shaking your head at 10 years of marriage, DJ?
No, we've got somebody in chat right now who's being a goober.
As usual.
But 10 years of marriage also.
That was bad timing. It was just like a look of disgust on your face. But good to know that's not what it was for. But yeah, but the plan was always for me to get my career going. My wife gave me that opportunity. So now it's my turn to pay her back. She's planning on hopefully keeping her job for a little bit. In fact, hopefully none of her coworkers are Farming Simulator fans or DjGoHam and Klutch fans and watching this right now, because they don't know that we're having to move. She's told her supervisor, and that's the only people that know right now. So we're hoping that they're going to let her. She is working from home since the pandemic. We're hoping that they'll let her work from Chicago, but there's obviously labor laws they would have to basically open a office in Illinois just for her. So we don't know if that's going to work out or not, but hopefully she can keep it for 2 or 3 more years, and then she can do what she wants to do. Her passion is baking. So maybe she can chase that dream now. I couldn't say no. And we're really looking forward to moving out there. I have family actually in that area, aunt and uncle, and a bunch of cousins that I have maybe seen, especially my older cousin. I've maybe seen him 4 or 5 times in my entire lifetime, because he's much older than me. So he was already, out of the house when I was a kid, starting his family. So it'll be nice to be around them. And yeah, the housing market is more affordable there because everyone from Chicago moved to Colorado, and now we're just it ebbs and flows. And I'm sure in 10 years it'll switch again.
Again, yep.
Yeah.
Well, as a new community coordinator at Giants, and really with anybody who gets a new job, you always want to accomplish something. There's one thing you're like, you know what? I would love it if we were able to do this. Is there anything particular that you want to accomplish as a community coordinator at Giants? Anything you want to bring to the table to make something better or different?
Right. I think that I'm the new kid on the block. So a a lot of this might just be dreams at the moment, but I'm going to do my best to make them reality. But like I mentioned about how I fell in love with Farm Sim, I do find going around and watching different people that a lot of people that have PTSD, maybe veterans that have PTSD, or anyone that has anxiety or depression ends up finding, I mean, video games, most of them in general are pretty good for this, but Farming Simulator especially is a very relaxing game and can really help with those things.
Escapism for sure.
It helped me a lot, like I mentioned, and I would like to bring more attention to that, like how Farm Sim is good for people with those sort of things going on in their life. I think just about anyone has at least some sort of anxiety now these days. It seems like, you know, there's a lot of bad things that go on in the world. So it is nice to have a place to escape to and have fun. And so that's part of it. And more like related to gameplay, I love the FSL a lot, and I want to grow it in North America. So like, I want to see that, because I think the FSL is a completely different feel than playing a regular game of Farm Sim. So I think it could bring in, obviously there's going to be people that like both or one over the other, but I think it could bring in more casual people that maybe don't necessarily want to, you know, if you've played Farm Sim, you know, you can't just play it for 30 minutes. You get in and you're like, oh, well, here goes 4 hours at least. Like I've got to harvest this field and I got to get it done now. But the nice thing about the Farm Sim League is that they're 15-minute rounds. So if you only have an hour or 2 hours of free time at night in the evenings, maybe that's something more that you could get into compared to the regular experience of Farm Sim. So those are just two of a lot of ideas and things that I would like to see happen. I would like to see more, like a more inclusive experience as well for Farm Sim. Like it's mainly a male dominated game, as we all know. So I would like to see, you know, that kind of start to grow too. And, you know, the US is such a big country that we have so many different types of culture within one country. So it would be nice to just see it grow a little bit beyond the demographics that normally dominate it. So yeah, that's kind of just the general plan. I think you asked me for one and I gave you three, but there you go.
I think maybe I've asked for one or just something. No, whatever you can give me, I'll take it, because this is what I do to Klutch. So
yeah,
he'll ask me one thing 15 minutes later. I'm like, well, I didn't ask for any of that.
So that's how eggs come out of chickens. What? I didn't remember asking that.
What are you joking about, man? All right, so we have a very, very important question.
Okay.
Bio break.
Yeah, like I'm going to the restroom, going to the bathroom. I've actually picked it up a lot from Germans. Seem to say it a lot. Bio break. When I was a partner on Mixer, there was another partner, Chaos Mole, who was German, and he and I used to do a show together like once a week for a while, and he would say it all the time. And I've always grown up saying I'm going to the restroom, but you're not resting in there. Like there's no rest going on. So I think that it fits better.
Come on.
Yes, good pick, Hayseed. Good eye there. It is a West Virginia shirt.
I can't believe you made a story out of that.
So we got some fun stuff happening in 2 weeks. FarmCon is going to be happening. I assume you're going to be part of that in some way, correct?
Yeah. I think like I joined a little bit late on in the process. Like the team in Germany, especially right now, like they are already several weeks, if not months, into the planning. Obviously, it's just a couple of weeks away. So I've done a little bit helping people out with things that were already done. But I will be participating on Discord. Like we're going to have Q&As after every day of FarmCon where you can get in Discord, and we'll have some members from the development team and other parts of the company. And then of course the community team will be there as well to kind of be like the liaison between those. And you'll be able to queue up and ask your questions since we can't do the event in person. So I encourage you, if you have some questions, and like, don't come in when we're talking about like Elm Creek and be like, are you adding new animals in? Like, you know, keep it to the topic at hand. If we're talking about the US map, questions about the US map, please. But it's going to be a great chance for you.
Topic about new animals? Haven't been any announced yet. Why would you say that out loud?
No, don't read too much into that. That's just an example.
Oh, you are way too late for that.
Where's that tinfoil hat? It's here somewhere.
So there's 3 days total, at least for the FarmCon portion. Then we have another 2 days for the Farming Simulator League. Day one, you guys are going to be talking about seasonal changes. You're going to be talking about the new USA map, not the new whatever the other one map is, but the new US map, Elm Creek. We're getting a behind-the-scenes cinematic trailer, which is getting a look at behind the scenes and making cinematic trailer, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And more. I know you're excited for more.
Right.
As
you listen to the podcast, huh?
I listened to you have no idea. I listen to the podcast and I literally sit and type every third or fourth word that you say because I take notes on it and then I have to write a script and then tell people that don't want to listen to it what it's about. It's my job.
Cool.
So as far as stuff like that for day one, Wednesday, July 21st, seasonal changes, new USA map, and behind the scenes cinematic trailer. What are you kind of looking forward to through there?
I think from what I've seen in my short time, they've started to open the curtain for me a little bit. So I have seen Elm Creek a bit more than anyone else the general public has seen. So I'm excited for that. I won't say any more than that, but I am excited for everyone to see that in detail. And the behind the scenes thing, I think it was Chalky in the podcast said that he was kind of surprised that people wanted to see that. But I think that's a really cool thing that they're going to show you guys. Like, yeah, it's not anything necessarily about the game. I know some people will be let down, be like, show the gameplay already. That's what Thursday's for, the second day. So I think it'll be cool to see that because it's not content you see a lot. You know, you don't get to see those things. And the good thing about Giants is they are a smaller company. So, you know, those things are a little bit maybe easier for them to achieve. If you've ever worked with like a big AAA company in any capacity, like communication just instantly becomes a problem because there's so many people across so many different teams. And Giants, you know, they do Farming Simulator really well. But yet they're not like a really big company. So I think that provides them a little bit of flexibility to provide things like this behind the scenes. So I would like to see more of that content going forward. In fact, I'm here soon, hopefully going to be trying to help grow the Farm Sim TikTok again, and might try to see if I can get some more behind the scenes type things going. So
I think Chalky on there at one point in time. He's on TikTok, isn't he? Chalky, you're on TikTok, I think, aren't you? I'm pretty sure I saw him on there once.
Yeah, they were doing it, but now like they're so busy with not only like the video team is so busy with not only FarmCon but Farming Simulator 22. So like the video team in Germany was helping out the community team with these videos, and I just think they don't have really the time right now. So that's something that's kind of been said to me. And TikTok is a pretty big thing in the U.S. So you know we'll be doing our best to get that going.
Wow, that hurts.
So
wrong channel, Chalky.
Things sound wrong, but are actually
All right, I do have a question that's more Farm Sim 22 related for you, though, Kerminator.
Okay.
Everything that's been announced, of course, we can't. I know you know a little bit more than most of us do. On the stuff that's been announced, what feature are you looking forward to most right now for Farm Sim 22? Is there anything that's standing out that's saying, "Oh, dude, we got it. This is gonna be good. This is the big thing for Farm Sim 22 that what is it right now? What do you think?
Production chains. I'm so excited for that.
Is that what it is? Do you play with global companies a lot?
You know, like Global Company, I've not used a lot, but one of my favorite maps on 19 was Hofbergman, and they originally started with Global Company, and then they kind of like baked the scripts into the map itself, and I think it worked a little bit better when they were able to achieve that. So I'm the type of person, like I know some people are like, I don't like animal husbandry in the game, or I don't like baling, or which is fine. Do what you want to do. It's a game. Like Chalky said it actually on the FSL Scrim stream earlier. It's a game. Have fun. Play it the way you want to play it. And I think that's important for people to remember. But the way I like to play it is I like to just, you know, dabble in a little bit of everything. I like to do the farming to not only sell the crops, but also feed the animals with, so that then you can, you know, reproduce the animals and make money that way. But Hofbergman was really fun as a map when I was playing it, because you can take that further, and they had some of those production type things in. So for me to see that, we started to see that kind of, I think, with Erlengrad and the Alpine Farming DLC, because they had the chocolatier and the bakery. So we started to see it there kind of, put into the game directly. So I think that that'll be good. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how Giants. Lars in the podcast was like, you got to get used to saying us now, not them, when it comes to Giants. So I'm really looking forward to us.
Stu the whole time beside me as he's just thinking of global companies in his head.
I'm trying to think of every way I could possibly explain why I don't like global company. And man, I'm losing
production
count.
chains, though. That's what you're going to say. It's a change now.
No, but that's,
you know, what? I don't like global companies, but production chains are going to be so much better.
Yeah, but it's one of those things like, people make a mod and like, I did it, but Giants are now making it. And they're like, yeah, we're going to do it way better. And I'm sure, and watch Chalky be like, we did not say that. Or Kermit was like, please don't say that out loud. No, I'm hearing. Oh, goodness gracious. What about Farm Sim gameplay? Excited about that? I'm really excited about that. Let's change subject real quick.
Listen, I think there's nothing wrong with criticism. And like, even as now being a member of Giants, like especially the community team, we want to hear what you guys don't enjoy about the game, whether it's something that Giants did or a mod or whatever. Just do it in a positive way. And there's a good way and a bad way to go about it. Because I mean, it's just like streamers. Like I remember, like if you've ever done any live streaming, you'll get the occasional person who's like, this game is stupid. It's like, okay, there's a million other people out there live right now. Go watch them. It's the same sort of thing. Like, if you don't like it, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not for someone else. So, your own opinions are valid as long as you, express them in the right way.
I agree 100%. And you got something to type there, DJ? He's got something going on.
No, just pretend I'm not here right now.
Well, that's what we do most streams. Do you have to have a bio break again? I mean, for the first time?
Wasn't there another way we used to say that? Like, oh yeah, the realtors are here. I need to go.
The realtors
are here. When I worked at GameStop, the term when you were like around customers was, I'm going to go do some paperwork. That was to let them know that you were going to the bathroom.
The paperwork.
Yeah. Specifically, number 2 was paperwork more so than anything else.
Pencil, everything. Lord have mercy. All right, so FarmCon's going to be awesome, as it always is. They're going to be unveiling new brands as well. You can't say anything. We're not going to ask. You guys haven't told me.
Sorry, is that confirmed? New brands are being released on FarmCon?
What's up? Yeah.
I didn't hear about that. I missed that. I've been on vacation for 2 weeks. You got to fill me in here.
Show notes. You have these.
Oh yeah, look at that. It says new.
Unveiling new. Yeah, let's go with the next.
I should have read that. I missed that. I missed that line.
Day number 3.
Oh, see, I didn't. You put 2 pages on the show notes. We don't usually have this many pages.
Yeah. Too big. One of the questions actually was, why did DJ wait until today to actually write show notes? Going solid 6 months, only changed about 4 or 5 words, and today I wrote 2 pages worth.
I didn't know there was a second page, and I missed all the stuff. But seriously, I didn't know that'd been confirmed yet. That's interesting.
He says this, but it's on page 1.
Is it on page 1? I gotta go. I'll see you guys.
Yeah, I find it interesting. Your computer hasn't crashed while we've been live.
I know, weird.
Weird. All right, so day number 3, you guys are gonna be talking more about crops, various customization options. I'm not gonna ask. You won't be able to show me.
Very cryptic. Use your imagination. I think it'll be a surprise to people. It's something that we've seen feedback on a lot, and that's all I'll say about it.
We know that there's more character customization. You haven't said it, but we know
pictures.
Yeah, you can't hide.
Yeah, you can't hide anything from the eagle-eyed fans of the game, that's for sure. We give
We
little
spent, like,
teasers here and there.
20
So
hours in videos each analyzing a guy's collar on his jacket. So
we did do that for a while. That one, was that a 2-hour show? I think.
I think it was. We definitely overanalyzed some stuff, but that's what we do. So
Do you know or do you infer? Chucky, I infer. Leave me alone. Two actually big things. One big thing, the sound improvements. Lars talked about this a lot. He's very excited about the new sound improvements in the new game. Are you excited about the new sound improvements in the new game?
they have not pulled the curtain back for me on this one yet, so I have literally nothing I can say on that one. I know that he's really excited about it though, and he said it was his favorite feature. So, I mean, I think that's a pretty good indicator. And I know sometimes people have said things about like certain sounds that are made at certain times. So, this is, again, they have really, literally, I'm not just saying this because I don't want to say it, they've not actually shown me anything on this. So this is just pure speculation on me. But again, use your imagination.
Sound. I'm curious to see how that's possible. How can sound be your favorite new feature? I gotta talk to Chalky about this once we get more information, because there's got to be something there.
Sounds always good, and I did get a new surround sound system for the surround sound. I got the front part done in there.
Yep.
Goggle pop, NDA, cough. He's a
Chucky. Chucky says, "I've only been here 2 weeks. We can't show him everything yet." Yeah. I'm still in my probationary period, so
yeah. And the Stark challenge. This is real interesting because I mentioned yesterday, I was like, Stark challenge, okay, but it's a company.
It's like a publication in Germany. It's actually Chalky. Well, I'm sure will tell us the full name, but I think it's like 2 companies together in there. But it's actually like Stock in Germany. I've just butchered that. He's going to make fun of me now for that. So FSL pros are going to be attempting real life bail stacking as part of this.
Real life.
So yeah, they will be doing it for real at FarmCon. I don't know exactly who the pros are going to be, but that's how we're going to kind of wrap things up. We'll have the FSL pros giving a go on stacking on real equipment.
That's so cool.
That's fun.
Anybody want to give me the keys to something? I'll stack some bales. I'll put one on top of the other. Look at me.
We're going to need all the Farm Sim special edition beacons on your tractor, DJ. Let's just say that.
I think actually one of the talking points wasn't, but no, the United States doesn't have the collector's edition yet.
I mean, you can share about that at all, or no?
Just
I don't think
keep bugging your retailer that you like to buy from. Like, if I don't know exactly how like some of these retailers work and to get in contact with like their customer support or whatever, but if they have a way to do that, that's your best route right now, because like we've pretty much, this Giants is self-publishing for the first time, so this information's kind of gone out to the distributors. And so now we're just it's going to come down to the distributors working with the retailers and making them available. So just keep bugging them. And the more you bug them, I think the more interest they see. They're like, okay, it's a good thing that we should try to sell this. So that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, I'm going to buy 3. I don't care what it costs. I'm not giving any away either. I want the 3 things on the head.
You're gonna look like a minion.
Yeah. William Taylor dropped a super chat real quick. He said, "Can we get DJ to jump something in real life at FarmCon?" They're not flying me over. It's not in real life. Maybe next year. Please, next year.
You could do something in your backyard. You got like the compound there, don't you?
I think something. Well, by the way, thank you to everybody who's using code DjGoHam to pre-order the game. Whatever Klutch is, just don't use that. It's
come on.
You're already a bronze partner. You're fine. We hit silver. We're silver partners, boys.
Congrats.
Let's go. So yeah, okay. So that's all that. I guess we're to the mod section now.
I thought you were going to talk about jumping your pond in your backyard.
Dude, it'd be dumb. All right, look, it's not a pond right now. It's like a hole in the ground.
I still want to see you jump it. I want to see you jump it.
It's bigger than my house.
It's okay. Get the Miata out there. Or sorry, the MX-5, and see if we can jump it.
Yeah, yo, the MX. Yeah, I accidentally broke the roof, and we got all that fixed. Now you can jump it.
Can you get the roof to like the flap? Maybe it'll fly like Flappy Bird almost, right?
If it's up, it won't let you go over 6 miles an hour, and if you're going over 6 miles an hour, it won't do it.
It sounds like you got to override that thing. I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't want to. That's a bad idea. I'm trying to take care of it.
Doesn't sound like you at all.
Yeah, right. We got some new mods this week and last week and the week before, and for the past 2.5 years. It's been real cool. Kermit, do you keep up with new mods coming out, anything like that?
Not like you do. No, not anywhere near that level. So yeah, I haven't kept up to date, and the last few weeks have been so crazy for me that I actually finally last night was like, I'm just gonna play some Farm Sim for fun. Like that was the first time I've been able to do it. So yeah, you're the expert. Go for it.
Let's talk about them all. Klutch, what are you doing right now?
Just having a little bit of fun with you.
It's anonymous elephant. You were a narwhal. I guess you had to log out and log back in. American Life Farming is out now for all platforms. It has been released for PC this week. Console also got the PC got the update that came to console. So now PC and console, you both have the same version.
Perfect.
But not for long, because he has submitted or is submitting a new version for PC players to use Seasons and Maize Plus and Straw Harvest and the Straw Me mod all together with it. And that's all I want. Just raise those heights all the way up to 128 and let's get this thing going. And what else came out this week?
I'm just glad to see that map finally come out. I mean, it's such a weird thing to see a map go for console, but not for PC.
Yeah. Well,
like,
he was trying
has
to
that happened before?
He was trying to get the fancy version out for PC, and I'm just not sure what was going on with it.
I just don't think I've ever seen a map that's gone out for console and been held back for PC like that, or any mods for that matter. Like, I don't think that's ever really happened before. I'm just glad to see he's got it figured out, and it's looking great right now.
And everybody can play it, because for once we had people saying, "Is this coming to PC?"
Never, right? Hey, is this coming for PC? And I want this for PC. Is this coming for PC?
Oh, how the turntables! TLX Wreck-It came out today. Incredible mod. Can't say enough good things about it.
You know,
it's TLX Wreck-It. Go wreck some stuff.
I think somebody had a video on it. I don't know who, or maybe 4 videos on it. I don't know who that would have been.
I'm sure it was more than that. If anybody, actually, there's a Reddit thread that is literally all of my thumbnails that have to do with A2 Studio, and I think the title of it is like A2 Studio changes one thing. DjGoHam. A2 Studio did this. A2 Studio's changing the TLX, and here's the thing. I'd be pissed if it was like 4 or 5. It's like 30 or 40.
I don't doubt it.
Speaking of, the TLX 9000 was removed because David requested it be removed. He has a post on his Facebook page. We'll talk about that tomorrow, because I have not read it yet. However, there's some crazy stuff going on.
Just new stuff coming out the weekend. Of course, it's right over the weekend too, so you won't hear any more information until Monday.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll get new mods on Sunday again.
What was with that? That was strange.
Well, the one 2 weeks ago was supposed to be like a special release, I think. And I think it was supposed to come out on Saturday, but it didn't. And then the fireworks on July 4th, I get that. And those are really cool, by the way. What are we getting this week?
We'll take it. Well, whatever it is, we'll set it out.
Going from Mod Hub. Yes, if you don't have it downloaded, you don't have it. However, there will be a 9000 V2 coming out. I don't know what I'm allowed to say about it. But it is going to be wow.
I love the 9000 Trucko Burr.
Probably nothing. Of course not. Thanks, Jockey.
I love that.
Probably.
The JCB I Agree Landau Telehandler came out. Beautiful mod. Everybody's digging that. Broid X20 came out. I had a mod conflict and made a fool out of myself for 7 minutes straight. I'm trying to make it work. Didn't happen. Turned back around. Made a video yesterday. Thank you to North Mining Company for doing that.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. FS Miner's in here. What up, dude? And then ARGB Gamer, thanks for the drum picks. Yeah, they made me show drum picks last week. Still hasn't donated yet. I'm watching him. But ARGB's in here with a $10 NC. Crazy. And then the Lizard T with Bodyworks. Have you seen that mod? It's like a older, I don't know, they call it the MB truck. I think it was supposed to be like a but I don't know what it was called. Anyway,
I don't know. You got me.
It's nice. And Brian with the 99 cent super sticker. I don't have it pulled up. I don't know what that sticker is because somebody say. So anyway, Lizard Tube Body Works. If you want a really cool truck, go check that out. He spent a lot of time on it. Hulse has made some really neat stuff in the past, but he put his heart and soul into that mod. I've been watching him for the past few months. It's awesome.
I have not downloaded that one yet, but I was watching your video on. I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool.
It's very cool. Last week, a couple mods released when somebody was on vacation. Hope you were enjoying that, Mr. Tan.
I might go back. I think it's too nice here. I need to get out of here.
about 7 shades darker than you were.
I know.
Alice Chalmers 8550 or the Alice Agco or Agco Alice released last week. Really cool mod there. Big shout out to Julian Money for sending that over to a review in advance. As well as
Versatile. Say it.
Versatile.
Oh, there we go. I was excited about that. When I saw that pop up on, I think your video popped up on my phone. I'm like, no, they didn't. Someone didn't release this, did they? I was pretty excited. That's cool.
I put it on the thumbnail, and console players were not happy with me.
I know, but I was excited to see at least come to the mod hub. There's a potential, at least, that console players could see that happen at some point, right?
Yeah. The absolutely beautiful mods. I mean, they're versatiles. Literally useless mods. We're back, baby.
Should I leave now?
You don't have to say anything. I don't want to get you in trouble.
I'm surprised you're not sharing pictures of these right now, to be honest with you.
Here, look at this cultivator. It's beautiful. Walmart branded cultivator. Lizard cultivator. Not 3 meter. Maybe it's a 5 or 6. Get them out of here. That went far. Get the cultivators out of here. Nobody cares. Make something cool. Upcoming mods, we got the F100. It is in testing right now.
Oh man,
it wasn't empty. I was going to drink the rest of that.
No, I'm parched.
Anyway, the F100 is in testing right now. We did a video on it a couple days ago. Really, man, that's a cool mod. That's a really cool truck. You seen it? Yeah, you saw it. Come on.
I've seen it. Yes, I've seen all your videos on it, and that looks pretty nice. I agree. Now, is that going for all platforms?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's basically at the end of the day, it's basically Ford, but Ford was taken off. Lizard's put in, remodeled. I mean, it's made for farm sim. But it looks a lot like an old Ford truck. It's really cool. I love being able to see things like that in the game because obviously we can't have Ford, we can't have Chevy, we can't have Dodge, we can't have any of that. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Is it a chance? Kermit? No?
Okay.
Nothing?
What?
Can we get you in trouble?
See if I catch him off guard just to say something, that's all.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten a message from Chalky yet. Leave him alone.
No, he's probably more like thinking, yes, bug him more.
I won't bug
Make
you
him
about
answer these hard questions that he can't actually answer.
Skating around this one.
It's really cool. It's really awesome that regardless if it has the name brand on or not, you get to use one of your favorite trucks, really just an old cool truck. Something like that. That's neat. I think it's neat.
And at least they look somewhat like what the old truck actually looked like, right? There you go, like the old Fords look like. And that's you know what? That's almost more than enough right there, to be honest with you.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I got a question for you. How about the pack of Polish buildings? Any thoughts on that? Are you happy to see those all come together?
You know, I mean that released last week, technically. So, oh, baby kitty. He's stone cold killer right now.
Does he want to look
what we're
at
talking about?
You
have a pet and you didn't.
Were you asking me?
Yeah.
I was looking at chat. I spaced out when the water bottle was thrown. That was my cue to stay out of the conversation.
There we go.
I have to do a hot take every week, and that was definitely the hot take. No, you have a kitty cat.
Yes, we do. Yes, that is that is our 11-year-old toothless furry baby.
He or she just walked behind you and totally stole the spotlight. And
yeah, she does that a lot. She often she'll come up in like middle of the stream, put a paw up on my arm. Like these people have talked to you long enough. Pay attention to me now. Let's end this. Let's wrap this up. The cat.
That's adorable. Goggle Pop. Yeah, Farm Dog actually walked past the stream when Miss Silly P was on stream with us. And the whole stream stopped. Everybody's like, Farm Dog.
Farm Dog.
Like,
In fact, I saw her walk by earlier, and I was looking in chat for the comments, and no one caught it. But I wasn't talking actively; you guys were talking, so all eyes were on you.
Oh, must have been that.
There you go. Let's see what else we got. Is there anything that you want to talk about? Is there anything that you want to say to the community to welcome yourself, to say anything about you for people? Well, we already talked about you for people who may not know you, but is there anything that you would want to say? Be like, hey, I'm here.
I would just say get excited, because I know Eleni was here for a bit and she ended up taking a job because she didn't want to relocate, and that's understandable. But get excited. I mean, there's probably people in here that have been playing farming simulator games a lot longer than I have, but just since I started playing in 2017, I have seen the growth that it's been making in North America. And I think that everyone, if you are in North America or anywhere else in the Western Hemisphere, or just even if you're in Europe and you've already had like a pretty good experience, be excited, because this is a very good sign that Giants as a company is growing, and they want to continue to, curate a farming simulator game that is an enjoyable game to play. We all dream big and we all have like our own expectations, but we have to be realistic at the end of the day. Giants is not a AAA company, but this shows that they're making moves. The US is a vast country, Canada too, and then add in South America and Central America as well eventually. And, we want to see Farming Simulator grow in as many places as possible. So if you're in North America, especially, get excited. Hopefully life will return to at least some resemblance of normal, and we can start having in-person events again soon. There's some talks about that. Of course, I would be the person that would be going to those and representing the company for you guys there. So I really hope that we can meet in person one day at a convention or something like that. We've got some really exciting things planned as well. FarmCon's been the main focus. And like I said, the team in Germany especially is very busy with that right now. Once we get past FarmCon, and we'll look at the rest of the summer, early fall, and the lead up to the game, and hopefully we can get those in-person events and get out to some of those and have some really cool content and ways for you guys to interact with us and get more excited about the game.
I don't think you're going to take much convincing over here. I think both of us are plenty excited for everybody, but that sounds good to me.
Well, I mean, it could mean so many things, and that's why it would have been really stupid of me. Like Chalky was making fun of me today because early on I was like, to be honest, at first when I was like, relocation, like I said, this is our home, and when you get used to a place and it becomes your home, you have those memories and things that you don't want to move from. But I would have been absolutely stupid to not accept this. And one of the reasons that I accepted it is because I see the potential for it to not even look the same in a year or two. Like I really hope that it skyrockets. That's the plan, of course. And hopefully we can avoid any other kind of pandemic type situations that derail things. But be excited, because I am. And I really, like I said, this game means a lot to me in more ways than one. So I'm going to do everything I can to help it grow and make that connection with the community. And the community for Farm Sim, you guys are awesome. So thanks for, being a part of that community and making it as good as it is. I think it's one of the best in games. And I said that before Giants hired me. I'm not just saying that because they're paying me now. I truly believe that. So for me to have this as my first job in video games is like a dream come true, because it's not like I was able to avoid having to go to a AAA company and maybe work on a game that I don't necessarily play or like. When you actually love the game and it means something to you in your life, you're going to just naturally be more passionate about it. So I'm really excited that this is the company that decided to give me a chance to have a full-time job in video games, because Farming Simulator means so much to me, and we're going to do our best to make this thing, continue to grow. And who knows what Farming Simulator could look like in the next few years, and even further than that, obviously, too. But awesome. Lots of exciting things in the works.
Cool, man. I can't wait to hear more about it. Can't wait to hear more about it. I know who I'll be talking to about that. That's for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll be bothering you soon. I promise.
Everyone in chat's asking, so when do the new American mods come out? New American DLCs for Forms? Yeah.
Why did Giants? Can I answer this question? I see Chris M18 asks, why did Giants choose Chicago? I don't know the absolute lowdown, but it's the third largest city in the U.S., so that's a good starting point. But it's the best of the large cities as far as location, Midwest, close to farmland, easily accessible to Toronto and other parts of Canada as well. Good proximity to U.S. farming brands. Like Case's headquarters is in Racine, Wisconsin, just like an hour and a half, 15 minutes or something like that drive. So I think that, Midwest and being in proximity to the brands and the farmland, the majority of the farmland anyways of the US was kind of the goal. And it's not going to be in downtown Chicago from what I understand. It'll be closer, like suburbs near the airport, obviously, so that people can, travel in more easily and things like that. So yeah, don't know exactly where yet because they haven't been able to get over and finalize that, but general idea somewhere around the O'Hare Airport.
Boom. Gonna book my flight now and go bother everybody.
Speaking of American stuff, we didn't mention this, DJ. Oklahoma 4X was released last week.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things that happened. Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't put that down.
Okay, it's a PC only and it's not in the mod hub, so I get that. But if you guys haven't checked it out, you got to go check out Oklahoma 4X. It's on Mod Network. It's on DJ Modding's Facebook page as well. We got a video releasing later on today about top maps in the US that may or may not include that particular one. Just saying, if you want to check that out.
Definitely check it out. Evidently, I've got to make a big video tomorrow.
Get to work.
Thanks, Klutch. It's all his
no
fault.
problem, man. Get on her.
What you got going on this weekend?
What'd you say?
So what you got going on this weekend?
You're right there. He needs that water, I think. Are you okay?
Get ready to go back and get your water in the back room.
Were you asking me first, DJ, what I'm doing, or are you asking Klutch? We are actually going to go to a tiny home show. So we've been living without a car in like small apartments for a while. And I don't think necessarily now that we're thinking about buying one, but we've never actually been inside a tiny home. We've watched like TV shows. Yeah, do you not know this fad? It's basically like a house. It's like a house on wheels that's usually like 300 square feet or less. Tiny. But it's
room is.
It's becoming more popular because millennials, people like our age and younger, it's becoming less and less affordable in a lot of places to afford a house. So originally that was kind of the thought, but yeah, we want to go see what it looks like in person. So we're going to do that. And then Sunday, I'm going to have to redo how I have my stream set up and everything, because I'll be taking over the FSL scrimmage streams for Chalky starting next Friday. We're going to do it at the normal start time next week. And then, of course, we have FarmCon and the FSL at FarmCon the following week. Then after that, we're going to explore starting it a bit later in the day so that North American audience can maybe start getting more into playing the FSL. So if you're playing with controller or steering wheel, you're going to have to get used to mouse and keyboard like I did today. They threw me in the fire. And
wait, you have to use
mouse and keyboard in FSL, yes. So
it's not like the second gen or whatever, or season 2, where you could use a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, it's required mouse and keyboard across the board. So today I learned that the hard way. I crashed the Lindner tractors while Chalky was focused on me. But I laugh all the time when people crash when I'm doing the commentary. So it's only fair that they get to do the same to me.
I can't play without this. I can't do it.
I understand. I played mouse and keyboard like one day and then went to controller. And so that's the plan. In a couple of weeks after FarmCon, maybe we'll start moving it later in the day. I do want to see more people in North America able to play. So we got to figure out the right time so that we don't, just completely start without any of the player base is in Europe. So if we just start at like 8 p.m. Eastern time, we may not have enough people interested to play. But if you've never played it before, go to the FSL website and sign it up if you think you're interested.
1
get going
o'clock.
on it.
Or say so like 11 a.m. your time would be perfect. 10 a.m. for people in the Pacific.
And Pacific time.
And it doesn't interfere with this show, which is very important.
That's the most important thing of all.
It's fine. What you up to this weekend, man?
I'm gonna see if I can find my way back to the lake again. I think, to be honest with you, I don't think I have enough of a tan yet. I need more. I need some more sunshine.
Yeah.
I need to go bake in the middle of the lake. Just sit there and just lay down and sleep.
You ever use the crayon as tan?
No.
Not
I'm not very good at the drawing, so yeah, you get the crayons, and I'd end up with like just this funny looking streak. I might have like a unibrow too. Would be one thing. Would be kind of nice. I don't know.
See this right here? That's called riding in your what's the thing? The convertible with a watch on. And oh yeah, check that out right there. Wearing t-shirts like an idiot.
You just want to role play with the farmer's tan. That's all it is.
At least you don't have like the Croc tan where you wear the Crocs, the shoes with the holes in them, and you get like the little the pimples and shit
on Facebook. That's so funny.
Oh, but that's about it. We might do we might do a comeback stream tonight as well. We'll see. We'll see if we can get back to it because it's been a while. We'll do a stream tonight.
I'm sure I'll be asleep by the time you start.
As usual. I mean, you sleep through my streams anyways, right?
Most of the time. If I'm not, I'm constantly being like, okay, let's see how many rounds we can buy. Go, 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 go.
And let's see if someone can make fun of you the whole time. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Never mind. Never. So annoying.
Anybody care what I'm doing this weekend?
What are you doing this weekend?
We want to know.
Movie night, baby.
What is it? I got to read what you wrote here.
All right.
DJ's been watching scary movies lately, but avoiding the screen 90% of the movie.
It's scary.
I can't believe what movie did you watch? What are you talking about?
So I watched, was it 2 days ago? I watched Fear Street Part 1 on Netflix.
Okay.
And then Part 2 released today. So I'm going to go to the theater, which is down the hall to the left. And I'm going to go in there and watch. I got some leather couches, a big TV. I'm going to the theater, the house, watch Part 2. And then I watched A Quiet Place yesterday. I
heard that wasn't very good.
Yeah, it's not very good if you care about like movies being normal movies. Like nothing happens for like most of the movie.
All right.
But the unfortunate thing is, and I was talking to Pickle about this on Twitter, I have to watch a scary movie on my phone, and I'll just listen. Like if I think something scary is going to happen, I'll look down, and if it doesn't sound like it's scary anymore, I'll look up it then. And I'll say like if there's a really loud part, I'll like look up real quick just to see if I want to keep looking. So, all right, what's next? A2 Studios coming next Saturday.
I can't wait to see him. That's going to be good. We're going to put him on the show, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. He'll probably be part of the what you call it? He'll probably be part of the FarmCon special edition that we're going to do in 2 weeks. That I haven't mentioned at all to you, but I've been totally pushing it on Farm Sim News this week. Anyway, so he'll be here for that show. That's the only Friday he'll be here for.
Okay,
he's
that'll be fun.
Coming on a Saturday, leaving on a Thursday. So he'll be here for that day. I'll probably be right here pretty much the whole day watching the stream and taking notes, and he'll be in there doing whatever he's doing in the studio. We'll do that. Yeah. And
then you purchased a grill. Are you like frying meat up now? What do you got going on over there?
I bought a grill, like a little $50 one from Walmart. It put
an adult now. Are you turning into an adult before our very eyes?
All right. To be fair, I didn't cook. I bought it for 4th of July because my buddy has a big grill, but he couldn't get it here, so I had to buy one. And it was perfect.
You can't reheat Taco Bell on that, right? Like that's not what that's for.
See, you say that.
Don't challenge him.
The problem is I don't like I get Taco Bell, but I also get Taco Bell DoorDash. So I want it quick, but I just don't care to get it myself. Taco Bell's like 2 miles down the road, man.
Taco Bell, if you're looking to sponsor a show, I'm just saying I'm sure we'd be open to it.
Yeah. Pickle, we're having steaks and you're cooking, my man. I do not cook my own red meat. Other people can cook it way better. I'm sure I could cook it fine, but like part of enjoying red meat.
I don't even know you anymore. I don't even know you anymore.
But it's the part of the joy of being able to do it is not having to cook it yourself.
You hurt me.
like go to a restaurant.
We need to get you like a smoker as well. Like maybe we should get you into like that'll be like your new little thing. It'll be like you'll be like the meat guy.
There you go.
So what was it that Chris said? He said something about it's not as bad as it sounds. I promise. Hashtag or something like that. Well, okay.
I'm disappointed. I just can't believe you. I don't even know what to say. I'm flabbergasted right now, to be honest with you. I think we need to get like a DJ meat fund going on here. He needs to start taking care of his own meat. I think I broke him. Perfect. All right. On that bombshell, should we wrap things up? Have a great week, folks. Maybe we'll see you this weekend in the streams. I don't know if anyone else has got stuff going on, but yeah, join in.
Probably
DJ, you stream this weekend?
Okay, I'll do some videos. Kermit, you streaming any this weekend?
No, probably not. My streams are going to be really rare now because I'll no longer be doing farm sim streams on my private channels as an employee of Giants. So I'll still occasionally do them, maybe like a Lego build or a board game stream, or maybe some random game that I want to play. There's some talk about doing some FIFA again with some friends. So can I just say in closing real quick that you guys are a really great asset to the community. You're just, two great creators of the community at whole, and keep up the great work and bring in the positivity to Farm Sim. And I look forward to working with you guys and everyone else, whether you're a content creator or you're just a player of Farm Sim. Again, like we mentioned before, feel free to reach out if you need anything. Understand I can't answer every question, and make sure your question isn't just like, hi, or may I ask you a question? Just go ahead and come on out with it. And if I can't answer it, I'll do my best to answer it. If I can't, I'll point you in the right way. So let's just keep the positive vibes of the community going. And there's going to be lots of cool things with 22 around the corner. So get excited.
Well, let's go. It's good having you here, man. Cheers. Thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Much appreciated.
Klutch, roll that thing.
Is it that time? All right. See you, folks. Have a great week. Ah, wrong one.
Wrong one. Farm Sim Show, baby. The Sim Show. Did you really show people me dancing?
I totally did.